Okay guys, if you're seeing this, it's almost a week before our Black Friday sale. So if you haven't yet, go to our website. We have a link at the top so you can kind of see it all there. But we're gonna have a Black Friday sale, which is gonna go on from November 24th all the way to the 29th. So you have a full 6 days to take advantage of the sale. It's 30% off all courses and choreographies. So go check it out. All you have to do is put in the code Black Friday 2022 at checkout. We're gonna have it in the down bar below, so you can go ahead, copy and paste it. And yeah, just wanted to make sure we shared that with you. Hey guys, welcome back to Ballroom Feed, another Technique Tuesday. Today we're going to show you how to do some arm styling and the crossover breaks in the cha-cha. So we're not going to teach you the pattern. If you want to learn it, go check out our website, ballroomfeed.com. But if we go into crossover break in our cha-cha, we'll demonstrate what it looks like first. We have a little bit of a flip of the hand or the wrist to kind of give it some extra flair. But there's definitely some different ways to do it, and there's more larger versions of this, some more feminine versions of this that we can do later, but right now we're trying to match each other's energy and kind of keep it rather simple. In the most basic sense is we always want our arms to come from our elbow, so instead of just kind of opening up like this, we can start with the elbow and then extend out, and then we'll show you the extra thing we do there. So if we're in this position, we're gonna take one step, our elbows should already be bent. So as we extend them out, we're just continuing that motion, and then what we're gonna do is flip the palm down and away from the camera, okay? So if we do that again, just facing you here. So taking it from dance position, we'll go cha-cha one, the elbow starts, we take our step, the palm flips away and back away from the camera. So basically instead of being facing down or facing you with the palm, we're simply going to go away from the camera and we flip that wrist away to give it some extra flair, especially if you're looking for that feminine look. That's gonna give you a little bit more style there. So we flip it down and away, and then we just reverse it to come back in. And then from here, I go as a follower with my hand on top. Of course, he goes underneath, so that will change the feeling a little. And then we do the same exact thing on the other side, and then we come back in, and we come back to this position, and so on. So as you can see, basically we're extending our arms out to the side, and if you want to add a little bit more flair at the end, you can practice with that wrist, okay? So we already did arm styling for the underarm turn, so we don't need to talk about that today, but that's typically how we would end this pattern. But we can just keep practicing this and so on. So if you didn't want to do the wrist, you're just gonna go out and back in, out and back in. If you want to do the wrist, there's just a little bit of an extra wrist turn. And Chris can kind of explain from his perspective what he's doing, even though it's pretty much the same.
Yeah, I think it's really easy if we look at like what the final position is and then we try to just get there. So at least we check that box, right? So if we get to that spot, we just hold here, we can take a look at what Lindsay's doing. So her wrist is just above the shoulder, which is a great place to start. If she drops it even or below, it's very casual and kind of unexciting, right? So she does an awesome job of keeping this just above the shoulder here. The arm is, we like to say it's straight, but it's not locked out. So she's not like pushing it as far back as she possibly can and disconnecting it from her body. It has energy and extended, but she doesn't, everybody's elbows bends a little differently. So we don't want to hyperextend it and get it separated from our arm and our body like that, right? The next thing is it's not behind her body. So the arm opened up because her body rotates. So if we just stand facing each other, we put our arm out to the side already, you can see we're not gonna move the arm from this position, we just turn our body and it gets to that place. So now if we turn back again, our arm doesn't move separately, it just moves because our body opens up. If we throw our arm past our body and go too far, we have a very awkward looking shape and we're disconnected from ourselves, right? So however you wanna get there, there's a few different ways to get there, but if we just get to the same final position, we feel good about this wrist being at or above shoulder height, the arm being with our body instead of behind it or in front of it, and then the elbow being straight but not hyperextended, then you're doing pretty good.
So I like what he said about keeping it in front of you or keeping it directly to the side. So if you look at it from the side, if we both put our arms behind, if you watch what this shoulder does, this rolls it forward now. So now we're breaking our posture. So that's why we always try to keep, in general, our arms actually slightly in front of us instead of directly to the side, because it kind of does the same thing. So it's kind of almost at a diagonal, and then if I wanted to rotate it at all, it's coming from my torso, not from my arm disconnected from my body. So that's a really good point that Chris brought up there. So I just wanted to emphasize that. Okay guys, if you haven't yet, go check out our website, ballroomfood.com. We have all of this and more and ad-free, so go check that out, and we'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Bye.